Hey guys, this is the walkthrough of Infinity Shell from TryHackMe. As you can see, investigate and analyze the traces of an attack from an implanted web shell is what is written there. And we do have a spectre here today. Cypher's legion of bots has exploited a non-vulnerability in our web application, leaving behind a dangerous web shell implant. Investigate the breach and trace the attacker's footstep. So it's basically a web attack in a non vulnerability in a web application, and there is some shell implanted, and we don't have any other information. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do here is to open the mission here in the attack box. So basically, we don't have much information. The only information that we have is about the web, right? It's all in the web, right? So what we can do is about web. So basically, if you host a website, then all your websites related logs will be stored in the logs, right? So in your Windows, we do have logs called Event Viewer, where you will get a plenty of logs. All of your activities is being recorded, right? So like that in Linux, we have logs in the var log directory, which contains all the activities happened in the computer, right? So here it's about the web. Web means here it's about Apache. So web here is Apache, right? So we have a shell implant in a web application. So basically web logs will be in the Apache. So we can just look for here called Apache 2. So yeah, we can just move to the Apache 2, and in the Apache 2 I was able to see access.logs, error.log, error.log.1, other vhost access.log, and other vhost access.log.1. So what I'm going to do here is just getting access.log, and there is nothing in the access.log. So I'm just catch error.log, and we got two of them, and we could not find anything suspicious here also. So I'm just getting error.log.1, and here we have a plenty of things available. So let's look from the beginning here. So here it's about the version of the Apache that is running, and we do have some other informations, and it's about some directory information, what www html. It's about CMS site master is the content management system, and there's an image.php. Images.php will be there for the images, and you do have some IP and port information and some images.php information, and something like that. And I could not find any suspicious contents here also. So now what we can do is to move to the next one. Here if we have the other vhost. So I'm just getting other vhost access.log, and unfortunately there is nothing in the other vhost access.log, and we also have the last file here called other vhost access.log.1. So I'm just getting that also. So and that's it. We do have a plenty of logs available here. Let's start from the beginning. So there's a lot of things. Maybe the flag will be there. So you can also enter the command like control shift T. Sorry, it's about control shift F, and you'll be able to see this. Okay, I'm just closing this. Okay, control shift F, and you'll be able to see something like this. We know that the flag here starts with the THM, right? It's usually starts with the THM here, and we do have answer format. So you can also search like that also, like THM, but unfortunately I could not find anything with the THM. So let's start looking these log from the beginning. So here is the beginning, and we do have some information here, and you just need to look onto it. It's about get request to the script.js, and we have some other information like it's about accessed some URLs, and we have something here which seems to be encoded content. So as you can see, it's basically URL encoded content, so you can just copy it and paste it in the cyberchef, and you can just search for the URL decode, and you can just decode it like this, and there is nothing suspicious here. I do not find anything. So let's look again for something suspicious, and Let's look at the logs they visited. So this website is what it is written, and some informations there. And let's look on to it. And we also have an URL encoded content, which seems to be similar to that what we decoded before. And let's look on to some others. Like we have a post request here, and it's about login.php. The user is logged in, and we have an admin access record. Like this user was access the admin, and we have a plenty of things here. It's about access the section, not cipher. And you do have some other information about it, so we just need to read everything properly, or else we could not find. But you just need to read, and then you will be able to find what is suspicious here. So we are reading this, and here we can see again a post request to this URL, and we can see it's about CMS site master. They accessed IMG, and we have a query here called BHMK. And what is that query? So it may be, as you can see, we also have another query here which seems to be equal to at the end, which seems to be base 64. So I am pasting the first one. I'm just copying the first BMHK. This query, first query, I'm just copying the first query from here, and I'm just pasting it here. I'm just disabling the URL decode. I'm just using the from base 64 option from here, and you can see it's about ls. So the user queried ls, and we have another information here, so we can just look for this information what it is. So yeah, and here it is echo and the flag thm. This is our flag, and this is how we find the flag using this base 64 content. And we do have some other queries also, so you can also look for that also. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm just submitting the flag. I'm just copying this and submitting this flag. So the basic aim of this room is not to submit only, but to investigate the incident, right? So this is not the end of the video. We will investigate further. Okay, so let's move on. So we can see another content here in the query, which seems to be base 64. So we can just copy it and paste it here, and we just need to find the attacker's move. Attacker entered if config command, and we do have another command here, another base 64 content. Everything is encoded in base 64. The attacker tries to access the etc pass wd, and this is it. This is the information that we have, right? So we can also look for some others. There is everything is will be in and some kind of encoding format, and that's it about it. Yeah, that's the end, guys. I hope you understand not only how to answer to this question, but also about accessing the log and finding information, reading the logs, understanding concepts. And that's the main aim of these videos, to make you understand the concepts, not to answer to this question. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.